My beloved child, before the mountains were formed, before the first light pierced the darkness, I knew you. Before the stars adorned the heavens, before the oceans roared, I spoke your name. You were not an accident, not a mere breath in the wind. You were formed in my heart before time began. You have always been in my sight, always in my care, always in my love. There has never been a moment, not even for the briefest flicker of time, when I have turned away from you. Even when you could not see me, I was watching over you. Even when you thought I was silent, I was speaking into the depths of your soul. You are mine and I am yours. This bond cannot be broken, not by time, not by trials, not by anything in all creation. I have walked every step with you. When you took your first breath, my hand was upon you. When you laughed as a child, I delighted in your joy. When sorrow touched your heart, I was there, holding every tear you shed. You may have wondered, where was God when I was hurting? My beloved, I was right beside you, weeping with you, shielding you, carrying you through. You did not always feel my presence, but I never left. The world will shift like the tides. People will come and go, and seasons will change. But I do not change. I do not waver. I do not abandon. My love is not like the love of man, which can be fickle, which can grow cold. No, my love is steadfast. It is the anchor in the storm, the flame that never fades, the foundation that cannot be shaken. Even in your darkest moments, I have been your light. Even when the weight of the world pressed down upon you, I was the strength in your soul. You may have felt weak, but I was holding you. You may have felt lost, but I was guiding you. There is no path too dark for my light to reach, no valley too deep for my presence to fill. You may think of all the times you have stumbled, all the times you have fallen short, and wonder if I have turned away. My child, listen to my voice. I will never leave you. There is no sin too great, no failure too deep, no wound too severe that my love cannot heal. I do not love as the world loves, measuring worth by perfection. I love because you are mine, and I will never stop loving you. Look back on your life, and you will see the traces of my hands, the whispers of my presence. The moments you thought you were alone, I was carrying you. The times you thought you were forsaken, I was fighting for you. The doors that closed, the paths that changed, the people who left. None of it was by accident. I have always been guiding you, shaping you, drawing you closer to me. My beloved, listen and remember. I am not a distant God. I am not a fleeting presence that comes and goes. I am your Father, your Creator, your refuge. I am your shield when the battle rages, your peace when fear surrounds you. And no matter what comes, no matter what storms rise, I will never leave you. There will be days when the winds rage against you, when the storm clouds gather, and when fear whispers that you are alone. But listen to my voice, my child. I am with you. I will never leave you. Not in the calm, not in the storm, not when the road is clear, and not when the path is covered in shadows. You have faced trials, some so painful they left scars upon your soul. You have carried burdens that made your heart grow weary. You have walked through valleys where the sun seemed to disappear, where hope felt like a distant memory. But even there, I was with you. Even in your lowest moments, my presence surrounded you. When you cried in the silence, I heard you. When you longed for comfort, I was near. When you had no strength left to stand, I carried you. Do not let your heart be troubled by the trials of this world, for I have overcome them all. The fire may rise, but it will not consume you. The waters may rage, but they will not drown you. The enemy may whisper lies, but my truth stands forever. I am not a God who abandons. I do not walk away when things grow difficult. I am the one who holds you firm when everything else falls apart. You may ask, but what about the times when I felt alone? My child, I was closer than your very breath. I saw every tear that fell. I felt every ache within your heart, and I held you even when you could not sense me. Just as the sun still shines behind the thickest clouds, I was there, unseen but never absent. My love does not flicker like a candle in the wind. It burns with an eternal flame that cannot be extinguished. There is no battle you will ever face alone. When fear grips your heart, I am your peace. When doubt clouds your mind, I am your certainty. When the weight of the world rests upon your shoulders, I am the strength that lifts you up. Trust in me, for I will never leave you. The world may fail you. People may turn away. Friends may disappoint you. But I remain. My love is not based on your performance. It is not conditional on your perfection. It is not swayed by your failures. Even when you struggle, even when you fall, even when you turn away, I remain faithful. My love for you is not shaken by your mistakes. It does not waver with your emotions. It stands, unmovable and unbreakable, for all eternity. Look back on the trials you have overcome, and you will see my hand in every victory. It was I who gave you the strength to endure. It was I who surrounded you with grace when you felt unworthy. It was I who opened the doors you could not open and closed the ones that would have led you astray. Nothing has touched your life without passing through my hands first. When you stand at the edge of uncertainty, when the road ahead is unknown, do not fear. I go before you. I have already prepared the way. You do not need to have all the answers, for I am your guide. You do not need to see the whole path, for I am the light that will lead you, step by step. When you feel lost, I will find you. When you are weary, I will give you rest. When you are afraid, I will remind you. I will never leave you. No trial can separate you from me. No hardship can drive me away. No suffering is too great for my love to carry you through. I am the God who parts seas, who calms storms, who walks through fire beside his children. And I am your God. You are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. Take heart, for I am with you. Hold on, for I am your strength. Keep walking, for I am guiding you. No matter what comes, no matter how fierce the battle, no matter how dark the night, know this truth deep within your soul. I will never leave you. There will be days when you feel too weak to continue, when the weight of life presses so heavily upon you that your soul aches. You may look at your own strength and find it lacking. You may feel exhausted, empty, and unworthy. But even in those moments, I am with you. I will never leave you. When you stumble, I do not turn away. When you fall, I do not abandon you. I am the one who lifts you up, who steadies your steps, who carries you when your strength fails. The world may expect perfection, but I do not. I knew your weaknesses before I called you by name. I knew your struggles before I formed you. And still, I chose you. Still, I love you. Still, I remain with you. Do not fear your weakness, for it does not drive me away. Instead, it draws me closer. When you are weak, I am your strength. When you have no words left to pray, I hear the silent cries of your heart. When you feel like you have nothing left to give, I am the well that never runs dry. My power is not dependent on your strength. It is revealed in your surrender. You may wonder, how can God stay with me when I have failed so many times? But listen, my child. My love does not diminish with your failures. It does not lessen when you struggle. I do not count your mistakes and hold them against you. Instead, I see you as you truly are, beloved, cherished, redeemed. You are not defined by your failures. You are defined by my love, and my love is everlasting. The enemy will whisper that you are not enough, that you are too broken, that you have made too many mistakes, that I have given up on you. But hear my voice above all the noise. I will never leave you. No sin is too great, no failure too deep, no weakness too overwhelming for my love to reach you. Nothing can separate you from me. Nothing can change the truth that you are mine. When you are weary, I am your rest. When you are afraid, I am your refuge. When you feel unworthy, I remind you that I have called you worthy. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. My grace is sufficient for you. Stop carrying burdens that I have already taken upon myself. Stop fighting battles that I have already won. Stop doubting my love, for it has never wavered, and it never will. Look back at all the times you thought you wouldn't make it, yet here you are. That was me. That was my hand holding you, my grace sustaining you, my love carrying you forward. You are not standing by your own strength. You are standing because I have upheld you, and I will continue to uphold you. Do not fear the future, for I have already gone before you. Do not dwell on your past, for I have already redeemed it. Do not let your heart be troubled by your weaknesses, for I am your strength. Trust in me, lean on me, walk with me. You do not have to do this alone. I am with you. And I promise you this, now and forever, I will never leave you. There will be moments when loneliness wraps itself around you like a heavy cloak, when the world moves on as if you are invisible, when those you love turn away, when the silence becomes too loud. Know this, I am with you. I will never leave you. You may feel abandoned, forgotten, overlooked. You may wonder why no one sees your pain, why no one truly understands what you carry in the depths of your heart. But I see you. I know you. Every thought, every longing, every ache of your soul. I know them all, and I hold them with tenderness. You are never out of my sight, never beyond my reach, never alone. Even if the world forgets you, I remember you. Even if others walk away, I remain. You are written on the palms of my hands, engraved in my heart for eternity. My presence surrounds you in ways you cannot always perceive, but it is real. I am closer than the air you breathe, nearer than your own heartbeat. Do not mistake silence for my absence. Do not let loneliness convince you that I have withdrawn my love. There is not a single second that I am not with you. When the nights stretch long and the weight of solitude presses against your chest, I am beside you. When you reach for someone and find no one there, I am holding you. When tears fall in secret, I am the one who gathers them. I know the pain of isolation, for I too was rejected. I too was left alone. I was abandoned, betrayed, forsaken. I walked the road of suffering with no one to stand beside me. But even then, I endured so that you would never have to bear loneliness alone. I took upon myself the weight of separation so that you would always have my nearness. There is no distance between us that I cannot bridge, no wall you build that I cannot pass through, no wound so deep that my love cannot reach it. Even when you push me away, I stay. Even when you withdraw into yourself, I wait for you. I do not force my presence upon you, but I never leave. Lift your eyes, my child. You are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. You are not an afterthought in my heart. You are my beloved, and I am with you. When loneliness tells you that you are unloved, listen to my voice instead. I love you with an everlasting love. When the world overlooks you, I call you by name. When you feel like no one understands, I remind you that I have searched your heart and know you completely. You do not have to walk this journey alone. My arms are always open. My presence is always near. My love is always constant. People may come and go, but I remain. Life may shift and change, but I do not. You can rest in the certainty of my nearness. Even in your loneliness, you are held. Even in your solitude, you are seen. Even when it feels like no one is with you, I am. And I promise you this, now and forever, I will never leave you. I see the pain you carry, the wounds that others cannot see. I know the weight of sorrow that you try to hide behind a quiet smile, the silent cries that only I can hear. You wonder if anyone truly understands, if anyone truly cares. And I tell you now, I do. I always have. I always will. I will never leave you. Pain is not a sign that I have abandoned you. It is not proof that I have turned my face away. I do not delight in your suffering, nor do I stand far off while you endure it alone. I am with you in your darkest moments, in the depths of your anguish. When your heart is shattered, I am the one who gathers the pieces. When grief presses down upon you, I am the one who lifts your head. When you cry out in agony, I am the one who answers, who holds, who heals. You may wonder why pain exists, why I allow suffering when I have the power to stop it. My child, in this world, pain is inevitable. It touches all, both the just and the unjust. But I have never left you to suffer without purpose, without hope. I do not waste pain. Even in your darkest trials, I am working all things for your good. Even in your deepest wounds, I am planting the seeds of something greater. I was there when the pain first entered your life. I was there when betrayal cut deep, when loss stole your joy, when disappointment left you empty. I was there even when you could not feel me. And I tell you now, I am here still. I am the one who comforts you in the night, who gives you strength when you feel you have none left to give. I am the one who whispers hope into your weary soul, who reminds you that the story is not over. The enemy will tell you that suffering means I have abandoned you, that I do not care, that I have turned my face away. But the truth is this: I am closest to the brokenhearted. I am near to those who are crushed in spirit. I do not stand far from your pain. I enter into it with you. I bear it with you. I walk through the fire beside you, ensuring that it does not consume you. Your pain will not last forever. Your sorrow will not be the end of your story. I am the God who restores, the one who turns mourning into dancing, ashes into beauty. Trust me even when it hurts. Hold on to me even when you do not understand. I will bring healing in ways you never expected. I will bring joy in places you thought would always remain empty. I will bring redemption, even from what was meant to destroy you. Do not let pain convince you that you are alone. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not left to suffer without my presence surrounding you. I am with you in the fire, in the storm, in the valley. I am your refuge, your comfort, your healer. And I promise you this, now and forever: I will never leave you. Time changes, people change. Life moves forward, and nothing stays the same. The joys you once knew may fade. The people you once trusted may drift away. And the places that felt like home may no longer feel familiar. But even as everything shifts around you, I do not change. I do not worry. I do not grow weary or distant. I remain, and I will never leave you. There is no season of your life where I have not been present. In the spring, when everything is fresh and new, when your soul overflows with hope, I rejoice with you. In the summer, when you feel strong and confident, when everything seems to flourish, I walk beside you. In the autumn, when things begin to change, when you are unsure of what comes next, I steady you. And in the winter, when all seems barren, when you feel as if life has grown cold and empty. I cover you with my love and sustain you until the season changes again. I am the God of every season. I was with you in your past. I am with you now. And I go before you into your future. Nothing ahead of you is unknown to me. I have already prepared the way, and my hands have already shaped the path you will walk. Even when you cannot see what comes next, you can trust that I am guiding you. You are never walking into the unknown alone. I am always one step ahead, clearing the way, making crooked paths straight, turning trials into triumphs. There will be times when you feel lost, unsure of which way to go. You may feel as if you are wandering without direction, as if you are standing still while life moves forward without you. But hear me, my child. I am your guide. I am your compass. I am your steady foundation when everything else shifts. I will never let you drift beyond my reach. You are not forgotten, not misplaced, not left behind. I am leading you, even when you do not see it, even when you do not feel it. Seasons of joy will come, and so will seasons of struggle. But through them all, I remain the same. My love does not fade with time. My promises do not weaken with age. My faithfulness does not run dry. You can build your life upon me, for I am unshakable. You can trust in my word, for it never fails. You can rest in my presence, for I am with you always. When the world tells you that nothing lasts forever, remember this. My love for you does. My presence in your life does. My promise to never leave you does. You are not walking through life alone, not even for a moment. I am here. I am constant. I am yours, and you are mine. No matter where life takes you, no matter what changes around you, no matter what season you find yourself in, I will never leave you.